A little demon tries to become good, and a kind character tries to turn evil. To learn what happens when evil switches places with good, watch the Nezha cartoon recap. The Chaos Pearl that contains the energy of light and darkness has been suspended between Earth and Heaven for thousands of years. A great wise man, Tianjun, sends 2 of his students to subdue it. The first student, Zhenren, looks like a giant fat brat. The second student, Shen, on the other hand, is tall and skinny. Together, they attack the pearl. However, it's incredibly strong. It turns into a giant monster and knocks out Zhenren. The second student tries to subdue the pearl, however he gets defeated. Zhenren attacks the second time, but fails again. Then the great wise man Tianjun divides the pearl into halves, the light spirit pearl and the deadly demon pill. He puts a spell on the demon pill. In 3 years it will be destroyed by lightning. Tianjun orders Zhenren to guard both halves and make sure that the son of General Li Jing gets the spirit pearl. Thanks to it, he will get miraculous powers. The boy must be named Nezha. Shen is very upset that the master didn't choose him. But there is a problem. Zhenren is lazy and likes to overdrink. He even tries to force his flying pig to drink alcohol. The wife of General Li Jing is pregnant. The husband takes care of his beloved wife, but she always gets capricious. Zhenren enters the temple with his pig. He brings an orb with both halves of the Chaos Pearl, and Li Jing's wife starts giving birth. One of the guards brings Zhenren a jar of wine. The man drinks it and immediately falls asleep. Turns out vengeful Shen sent him in order to steal the powerful artifact. Li Jing tries to awaken the sleeping Zhenren using the most hardcore methods. It works. Zhenren vomits and regains consciousness. Zhenren is supposed to enter the passcode for the orb, but he doesn't remember it. Fortunately, after several attempts, he succeeds. The guard tries to steal the artifact. However, Zhenren notices that and the man is under spell. While they are moving it, an old soothsayer shows up and places the demon pill on the altar instead of the spirit pearl. They try to stop her, but it's too late. The treacherous Shen gets the spirit pearl. As a result, Li Jing's wife, Lady Yin, gives birth to a real monster that immediately jumps out of the diaper and proceeds to bring ruin and chaos to the city. Zhenren tries to capture the baby, but at first he struggles to cope with such a monster. This evil infant is about to destroy the whole city. Zhenren uses the magic orb to contain the monster and tries to destroy the demon. However, the infant's mother rushes to his aid. The inhabitants beg the general and his wife to get rid of the monster, but they love their child, and that's why they decide to keep him. They name him Nezha. Zhenren reminds them that according to the spell, the boy will die of a lightning strike in 3 years anyway. Treacherous Shen makes a deal with the king of dragons, Ao Guang. He gives him the spirit pearl and places it into a dragon egg. Thus, the pearl materializes in his newborn son, Ao Bing, who becomes a student of Shen. Meanwhile, Zhenren and Li Jing head to the wise man Tianjun, hoping that the boy's spell will be broken. But alas, it's impossible. Some time goes by. Nezha has grown up, and it upsets him that his parents don't allow him to leave the palace. The boy is very bored. Lady Yin tries to entertain her son, however, it's extremely dangerous to play with such a child. She has to wear armor, but even that doesn't help much. A guardian comes and says that some monsters have appeared in a fishing village. Lady Yin is forced to leave her son in order to solve the problem. Nezha distracts the gate guards and, seizing the moment, escapes from the palace. He heads to the city. Hearing his voice, the city inhabitants rush to hide. The city streets become empty. However, Nezha quickly finds everyone and the people escape in panic. The local kids are discussing how to defeat Nezha. They want to ambush him with knives, stones, angry wasps and dirty lake with sea urchins. However, they themselves get trapped and, of course, end up in the dirty lake with the sea urchins. The evil character is thrilled. The upset kids call Nezha a demon and he throws a huge stone at them. The boys get rescued by Zhenren riding on his pig. Nezha is locked in the palace again. Li Jing and Lady Yin realize that they can't control the evil nature of their son. This is when Zhenren decides to become the boy's master. Nezha tries to escape again. He finds a portal in the form of a huge map and jumps into it. The boy finds himself in an incredibly beautiful meadow and meets Zhenren. The fat character shows the boy a magic brush for changing the world and shows different tricks. In this world, Zhenren is capable of performing real wonders. The fat man starts teaching Nezha, who turns out to be a rather good student. At the same time, he remains a hooligan and he is constantly pranking Zhenren. The poor thing is even tricked into kissing a poisonous frog. Also, Nezha sets his master on fire accidentally. The little monster's parents rush to Zhenren's rescue. At first, Nezha really wanted to become good, but the locals feared him so much that they would hide their children from him, call him a demon and tease him. This is why he became so evil. The parents lie to their son, saying that he is the reincarnation of the Spirit Pearl. That's why he is so strong and unusual. Zhenren lies to the boy too, claiming that his mission is to hunt down demons. 2 years go by. Nezha defeats different evil spirits successfully, destroying the city and injuring people along the way. Fortunately, it's just an illusion created by Zhenren. With the help of a pig snout, you can travel back in time and rectify your mistakes. But the boy is indifferent to the common people. That's why the chaotic silk and spear are taken away from him. Angry Nezha escapes from his master and heads to a small fishing village. There a water demon is residing at the moment. He tries to eat a small dog. Nezha shows up and attacks him. After several powerful blows, the monster runs away. He tries to hide in one of the barrels with water, but our little hero sets everything on fire and finds the demon. The chase continues, and the water demon manages to grab a little girl. He reaches the sea, however, Albin stands in his way. He turns the seawater into ice and starts fighting the demon. Malicious Nezha decides to beat up both of them, but defeating the dragon's son is not easy. Seizing the moment, the water demon launches a poisonous bubble that turns everything into stone. This is what happens to Albin and the little girl he wanted to save. However, Nezha saves the day by fending off the bubble successfully, using Albin as a weapon. The demon loses and gives Nezha an antidote to his bubbles. Nezha brings Albin and the little girl back to life. He actually loves being a hero. Mutual admiration quickly sparks between Nezha and Albin. The dragon's son happens to be the first one who is not afraid of Nezha and who doesn't mind playing with him. When Albin leaves, the enraged village inhabitants show up. The thing is, while chasing after the water demon, Nezha destroyed their house. The boy gets scolded and they try to beat him up for the supposed kidnapping of a child. Losing his temper, Nezha attacks them. Zhenren stops the fight and binds his student. Albin returns to the sea and tells Shen that he befriended a boy named Nezha. The teacher tells him the truth about the evil nature of this child. After that, Ao Guang tells his son that there was once a time when dragons proudly soared in the sky, until gods sent them to fight against sea monsters. Having locked the monsters on the ocean floor, they realize that they can't get out because the monsters would break free. Albin is the dragon's last chance of getting out. The boy vows not to disappoint his father. In the meantime, General Li Jing and Lady Yin plan to organize a lavish party in honor of their son's 3rd birthday. Nezha invites Albin to the party because he is his only friend. Soon, Ao Guang gives his son all his power, including the impenetrable dragon scales. The party begins. Traitor Shen comes to Nezha and tells the boy the truth about his demonic nature. Zhenren gifts his student a fire-tipped spear and his flying pig, and Li Jing gifts him his charm protecting from all troubles and problems. But the gifts don't make the boy happy. Having learned the truth about his origin, he gets so outraged that he completely loses control and gets rid of the spells confining him. He turns into a real demon and nearly kills his own father. Zhenren tries to bind Nezha again, but his strength is no longer enough. Shen and Albin watch this happen from a tall mountain. The dragon's son is supposed to wait until Li Jing and Lady Yin die, and then intervene and rescue the village in order to become the people's hero. However, Albin refuses to do this vile act and hurries to his friend's aid. He saves both Zhenren, Nezha and his parents, using a magic power and the ability to turn everything into ice. A restraining hoop is put on Nezha again, and his sanity returns to him. Nezha feels betrayed and walks away. He is sad and he resents his parents. But thanks to the flying pig, he learns that Li Jing tried to save his son at any cost, and he even offered his life in exchange for his. Meanwhile, Li Jing pulls the mask along with the hood of Albin's face. Everyone sees that he's got small horns and a spirit pearl sign on his head. They realize that the spirit pearl has materialized in his body, and the dragons are to blame for everything that has been happening. It means that all the dragons need to be destroyed. Shen shows up and confesses to stealing the spirit pearl, and he tries to convince his student to destroy the city in order to prevent everyone from telling the truth to the great wise man Tianjun. Albin makes a huge chunk of ice in order to crush the witnesses. Li Jing and Lady Yin try to stop him, but he's got impenetrable dragon armor. Suddenly, Nezha enters to rescue his parents and attacks his friend. They lock in a fierce battle. In the course of it, the characters use all supernatural powers and even fight in several dimensions. Nezha gets rid of the restraining hoop again, and Albin turns into a giant ice dragon. After a long fight, Nezha defeats Albin at a great cost, but he refuses to take his life, because he is his only friend. At this moment, the sky is overcast with storm clouds, and a giant streak of lightning pierces through them. Nezha is ready to accept his destiny, but Albin stands next to him with his dragon armor. Together, they release the power of the Chaos Pearl and absorb the lightning energy, but their bodies get destroyed, not being able to withstand such a powerful energy. However, the characters keep existing as spirits. They no longer have bodies, but instead they have souls.